Alrighty then, it's time for a Hecarim game, and I'm pretty sure not many of you were expecting the game of his soon. Which one? Thing is, I haven't played Hecarim or uploaded a game of his in over a year. Actually, the only reason I'm playing him is because somebody on one of my latest videos said, Stonewall, you haven't played Hecarim in over a year. When are you going to upload another one? And I felt, I probably should do this. I probably should go back to some of the champions I haven't uploaded videos for and just, upload some. So the thing is, it's sometimes very hard to justify them being chosen, or they're very weak at the moment, or whatever. In the case of Hecarim, Jungle Hecarim is very flawed, and he's only really strong in the jungle when he's really overpowered. And right now, he's kind of serving better as a top laner, so you have even less times where you're going to be picking him as a jungler. Also, I hope you noticed my jungle path. I went from Krugs to chickens to blue buff, to maximize my health and to maximize my mana sustain, which is one of the issues that Hecarim has. Another issue he has is pretty weak pre-6 ganking. In most cases, you're able to gank people simply because they're out of position, and you get to do this massive amount of burst damage with your E and then with your Q swipes and stuff. So Hecarim's ganking is pretty much very opportunistic. For the most part, you want to farm up to level 6 and then just go on a rampage. I hope you saw that. This is why I pretty much stole my teammates' mid lane farm. I pushed the lane so you can get level 6 as quick as possible so I can use my ultimate to gank. Unfortunately, not much is happening right now. So I'm not able to utilize my boosted level 6. So I'm just kind of charging or whatever. This is actually a successful gank even though I didn't do anything to the Zed. I got him to use his ultimate on me. And by using his ultimate, he's much of a less threat to my Yasuo teammate, and I didn't really burn anything. So I fight with the Zed a bit, deal some damage to him, and since I'm not really ganking and I have a lot of more resources to boost my health back up, it's more of a gain for me. The potions he chugs are worth more to him than the potions I'm chugging, because I have built-in sustain, I have, the runes from the monsters, and I can avoid fighting, unlike him. He's fighting an aggro, another aggro laner. So, yeah, these are kind of small gains. Anyways, here's Akali getting baited. It's a very, very easy bait, and I can't believe the Akali fell for that. We use Poppy to attract her, and then Akali burns her engage, and I'm able just to kind of swipe her down. So that's pretty much a really easy free kill for us. Well, not free because I burned a flash, but still, you get what I mean. My bottom lane teammates do need my assistance, so I try to come down bottom, but unfortunately, they didn't sweep the ward, and where I get spotted when I go in there, I'm just kind of sitting back. Though to our benefit, the enemy team, they should have realized I'm still around. They kind of engage with my teammates, a full-on hard engage. As you see, they burn their abilities, they tumble in and whatever. So I come back in, charging through. The Vayne flashes, I still bash her brains in, so she dies, and I get to walk out. Then watch this next scene. The Zed, you can know the Zed is coming down to kill me, but Jarvan actually protects me. I survived longer than I should have, and even though I do end up dying, it's not as bad as it could be because Lucian's able to irk out a small kill on this, and then fight breaks out, and it ends up kind of being even, or actually a little positive for us. Though unfortunately the Yasuo goes in and he gets caught out and murdered, or doesn't get caught out, he more overcommits and gets murdered. Now, why would you want to pick Jungle Hecarim? Or Hecarim in general? The thing is, his skills aren't very utility-based. I consider him like the opposite of Malphite. They work in a similar way, but Hecarim is more offensive-oriented. He's got the movement speed boost, he's got the damage to back it up, and the spam ability, but they're both kind of the same kind of thing. Their ultimates engage and cause this little AoE destruction where they impact. They have little tiny circles of AoE damage and that kind of stuff. But Malphite is more, utility based. And that's kind of why you would want to pick Hecarim. You want a champion that can go in there and explode a fight, but also murder the enemy team, sort of like a lawnmower. Like you throw a grenade into the enemy team and it explodes and causes a bunch of damage. A Malphite's more like a giant magnet that holds things in place or something like that. I don't know, I'm coming up with a bullshit, analogy here. Anyways, engage on the enemy team. Alistair gets caught. Well, not caught, but he's kind of just has no chance of escaping. And then Akali jumps right in and gets CC'd down and murdered. And then Jarvan comes back in. He can't achieve anything because he has no health. And Vayne, of course, without her homies, has to run away. So, Anyways, back to what I was saying about Hecarim. He's still one of the most snowbally junglers in the game. It's insane. He's very gold dependent, but he scales so well with the items, just mostly because he gets to spam and be pretty much this really big, almost unkillable thing with his W. So if you get rolling as Hecarim, you just annihilate the enemy team. I'm going Bruiser-esque Hecarim on this one because I'm getting kind of big and I'm getting really choice kills in this. I'm buying myself a Trinity Force, and you saw that I bought a Cinderhawk to begin with. If I had been super fed from the get-go, I might have considered a warrior and then just gotten, you know, pure lawnmower mode, helicopter Hecarim mode, I mean. So there the fight goes through, we annihilate the enemy team, and then even the Vayne trying to run away, I will flash E her right now, and then tag her with my smite so she slow down, and then Lucian gets a really good Q on her, and we wipe out the enemy team. Of course not Akali, she's kind of doing her own thing somewhere else. So we're in a very dominant position right now. We're even going to be able to obtain the dragon. The thing is, my opponents aren't weak or bad or anything. We're not even in chat either. We're just kind of in sync right now. Like, the enemy team, I think one of the problems they have is that they're sort of focusing the wrong targets. Although a lot of my team are huge threats, they need to recognize right now that the Lucian is probably going to be the biggest problem. Well, aside from the Poppy, but Poppy and Akali are in their own universe. Lucian's farm is insane. Yasuo's isn't, so he's not really that big of a threat. Me, I'm Hecarim. If I fuck up my ultimate, I don't do anything. But watch this. You're gonna get an instant boner. That's a really awesome initiation, or at least half initiation by the Braum. We follow it up. We go on the Vayne. I can't kill her because I can't, you know, destroy somebody quick enough. But Lucian picks her off. Then Alistair dies, and then Akali's just in no man's land, and she gets destroyed. So it's such a clean kill on all of them. I mean, Braum's ultimate wasn't the best because it only managed to get Alistair. I mean, slow Alistair and get what's called the enemy Jarvan. But still, it was pretty cool looking, and it did lead to a very clean initiation from us, or at least follow up. So now it's 16-11. My team has a massive lead, especially because our Lucian is huge, and he even buys himself a Quicksilver Sash, so it's pretty much impossible for the enemy team to kill him by themselves. They have to focus him down. Though here is a pretty bad fight. This is what I mean by I can't do much if I fuck up my ultimate. My ultimate only gets Alistair. Unfortunately, it doesn't get Jarvan in any meaningful position. He charges back in. I get destroyed by the Vayne. I get trapped by the Jarvan's ultimate. But fortunately, the Lucian just comes in and cleans the fuck up. He's so farmed and just destroys him. By the way, Base Yuna is somebody I play with a lot alongside Lily and stuff. So if you want to know more about AD carry stuff, he does stream, so go ahead and watch him. Like, this is going to be kind of a little bit of a mean thing to say, but when I'm playing with other people that I'm not too sure I can carry, I will whisper Yuna and say, like, yo, how hard do we have to go this game? And if we have to go hard because our teammates aren't exactly the most skilled players, I'll pick somebody super tryhardy. But if he reaffirms me that our teammates are, you know, are awesome, or that, you know, he's going to go try harding mode or something and I can go a little bit more light, I'll pick something silly like Jungle Brand or Jungle Zyra. So we've got this like camaraderie. Also Kelvin, you guys have seen him in my games. Anyways, you can see, once again, a full fight breaks out and the Lucian is able just to come in and sweep them through. It's like not even like a chance that they have there. He's just going to like 1-2 shoot them down. So yeah, my team is pretty much on the winning throes of the game right now. And like, there's not much the enemy team can do. The best they could possibly hope for is for a snipe, in which the Zed and the Akali are able to kill the Lucian, and then then we get swept up. And they also have to hope that I screw up my CC so Yasuo can't follow that shit up with his ultimate. So, you know, that's not actually going to happen because they seem rather disorganized at this point. Like, they're on tilt. My team's lead is also so gross that maybe even if Lucian dies, the Poppy and the Yasuo will still clean them up, even without me succeeding in my ultimate or me getting just to grind them down. Now, as I said, Hecarim, I wouldn't really truly recommend him unless you're very good with it. Because if you suck as Hecarim, you're going to lose. He also kind of reverse snowballs, in which if you don't get the farm, if you don't get big early, or you get counter jungled, which you're very, very vulnerable, Hecarim is arguably one of the worst jungle duelists in the game, then you're not going to do jack dick. So you better hope you're good with him, or that you're playing into a team composition that's not going to let you get run over in the jungle. Like, if you pick Hecarim into someone like Lee Sin, or someone like hell, Udyr and Volibear are scary as Hecarim, or at least for the early game, you're probably gonna get destroyed if they bother to invade you. But if you're picking against someone like Jarvan, or someone like Gragas, you don't really have much to worry about, because they're not the types to invade you, though they are the types to counter gank you. So you kind of want to pick Hecarim against slower opponents that aren't gonna punish you or anything, or going to be super aggro in the lane pre-6, because you're not going to be able to assist your teammates. I'm not really commentating at this point right now, because you can just see the enemy team is just getting wasted. They have absolutely no chance. Like, hell, look, right now the Zed's going to come barreling through when he revives, and he's going to pick off the Braum because we just kind of overstayed our welcome, but then the Lucian 1v1s him and just so much damage. Hell, the Lucian was in melee range and still gunned him down. So, yeah, Hecarim, jungle-wise, totally snowbally. Play him if you're skilled, because you will carry games if you play him properly, or you get away with your shenanigans. But otherwise, he's a very risky pick and prone to invasions. So hooray for Hecarim. Let's not wait a whole another year after this one to upload another one of his videos. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I have a few sponsors that are helping me maintain this channel, such as Crunchyroll, Pro Build Systems, and Loot Crate. I have links to these services in the description below. Using them and using my codes directly supports my channel.